English Learning Podcast.
Listen, speak, and level up.
Hey guys, welcome back to the English Learning Podcast. I'm Linda. If you stop and look around right now, I bet every single one of us has some kind of electronic device nearby. Your phone in your pocket, a tablet on your desk, smart home gear at home, maybe even wireless earbuds in your ears right this second as you listen to us. We're basically surrounded by tech all day long. It's like we've become cyborgs without even realizing it.
Speak for yourself, Linda. Though I have to admit, I'm wearing a smartwatch, my phone is vibrating on the desk, and I'm looking at a dual monitor setup right now. It's crazy how fast digital technology has taken over our daily lives. These gadgets make everything easier: how we learn, work, talk to people, and even how we relax. But lately, I've been thinking a lot about the flip side. We rely on electronics so heavily, but they also bring so many little problems we can't ignore. So today, Linda and I want to have a real, honest talk. Do electronic devices actually help us more, or are they secretly hurting us more than we realize?
Totally. This topic hits so close to home. It's not some fancy academic tech debate for scientists. It's something we deal with every single day, from the moment we wake up to the moment we close our eyes. We can't live without our phones and laptops, but let's be honest. Most of us also feel drained, distracted, or even stressed because of them. Have you ever felt that mini panic attack when you reach into your pocket and your phone isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. It's called nomophobia, short for no mobile phone phobia. It's a real thing. Today we're breaking down the good, the bad, and most importantly, how we can actually find a healthy balance. We'll share some shocking stats, personal stories, and practical tips. So, grab a cup of coffee or tea and let's dive in. All right, let's start with all the positives, because there's no denying tech has made our lives way more convenient. We shouldn't take for granted how amazing these tools are. The biggest win for me is how easy it is to get information and learn new things now. Linda, remember what it was like when we were kids?
Oh, don't remind me of my age, Michael. But seriously, think about it. 10 or 20 years ago, if you wanted to learn a new skill, like how to cook a specific French dish, figure out a tough math question, or just know what's going on in the world, you had to flip through heavy encyclopedias, buy physical newspapers, or find an expert in person. It took so much time and effort. Now, the barrier to entry is zero. I can watch a professional tutorial on my tablet while I eat breakfast, look up global news on my phone during my commute, or even finish an online university course after dinner. Everything's accessible right at our fingertips. It saves us so much time and makes learning and working way more efficient.
Exactly. You can literally learn coding, a new language, or how to fix a leaky sink on YouTube in 15 minutes. And another huge change is how we connect with people. Communication is completely different now. Before, if your family or friends lived far away or moved overseas, you'd only talk to them once in a while on expensive international phone calls, or you'd write letters and wait weeks for a reply. It was tough to stay close.
Now, distance barely matters. I have family living across 3 different continents, and we FaceTime almost every single week. We don't just talk about big life events. We chat about our daily little moments. We show each other our meals, show off a new haircut, and update each other on random life stuff. It feels like we're still part of each other's lives, even if we're thousands of miles apart. Social media, instant messaging, and video calls really help us hold on to relationships we would have easily lost in the past.
That's so true for me too. I have a group chat with my high school friends, and even though we live in different cities now, we crack jokes every day. It keeps the friendship alive, and beyond communication, our daily physical lives have gotten so much smarter and more comfortable thanks to electronic devices. Smart home stuff is super common now, right?
Oh, I am obsessed with smart home tech. On hot summer days, I can turn on my air conditioner or adjust the room temperature using my phone before I even leave the office. By the time I walk through the door, my apartment is a cool paradise. Many people use smart cameras to check on their pets or their house when they're out, which makes home security way more reliable. Little things like smart lights that dim automatically, voice-controlled speakers where you just say, "Hey, play some jazz," and automatic kitchen gadgets make daily routines smoother and save us so much unnecessary trouble.
It's like living in the sci-fi movies we watched as kids. Also, let's talk about work. Work has become way more flexible. Before, work was strictly tied to a physical desk in a physical office. You had to show up at 9, sit there till 6, and if you left your paperwork at the office, you couldn't do anything from home. Now, with laptops, cloud storage like Google Drive or Dropbox, and instant work software like Slack or Teams, we can work from basically anywhere.
I've finished reports in cozy coffee shops, replied to urgent work emails while on road trips, as a passenger, of course, and joined online meetings when I was stuck at home during a snowstorm. Remote work and the digital nomad lifestyle wouldn't even be possible without modern electronics. It gives us so much more freedom with our schedules and locations. It balances life and work better for a lot of parents, too.
Before we move on to the dark side, let's take a quick pause for our listeners. Since this is an English learning podcast, notice how Linda and I are using words like accessible, efficient, remote work, and convenience. Try to practice using these words when you talk about technology in your own English conversations.
Yes! And write down any phrases you find useful. Now, Michael, we've painted a very beautiful picture of technology. It sounds like a utopia. But we all know that's not the full story, right?
Definitely not. Let's pull back the curtain. Okay, so we've talked about all the amazing perks, and tech really does make life easier. But honestly, there's a dark side most of us brush off or ignore until it starts seriously affecting us. Let's talk about the real, everyday downsides.
First off, our physical health. I'm sure many of our listeners can relate to this. Most of us scroll on our phones before bed, watch videos during our short breaks, and stare at computer screens all day for work or study. We spend hours and hours glued to electronic devices without even noticing the time passing.
It's a massive problem. It's no wonder so many young people nowadays have bad eyesight, chronic dry eyes, or stiff necks and shoulders. Doctors actually have a term for it now: text neck. When you tilt your head forward to look at your phone, it puts up to 60 pounds of pressure on your cervical spine. I've had terrible neck tension and headaches for years just from sitting in front of a screen all day.
Wow, 60 pounds? That's scary. And it's not just physical health. Mental health takes a massive hit too. Have you ever noticed how anxious or restless people feel when their phone battery hits below 10%? Or when they don't have their phone nearby? Scrolling nonstop through short videos or social media feeds releases tiny bursts of dopamine in our brains. We get used to this fast paced, instant gratification. Over time, it makes our brains restless. It becomes harder and harder to calm down, focus on a book, or just relax without seeking stimulation.
It's like a mental addiction. And ironically, it's ruining our social lives. I've seen this happen to people around me. Some of my friends are super talkative online. They can comment, joke, share memes, and chat nonstop on social media. But when you meet them in real life, they get quiet, awkward, and glued to their phones. They don't know how to maintain eye contact, start a face-to-face conversation, or read people's subtle moods and body language.
It's such a weird paradox. Devices are supposed to connect us, but they actually make us more distant in real life. I've been to dinners with friends or family where everyone's sitting at the exact same table, eating great food, but nobody's talking. Everyone's just staring at their own screen, checking notifications, or taking photos of the food for social media. We're physically together, but mentally completely alone in our own digital bubbles. Over time, our real world social skills just get rusty.
It kills intimacy. And don't get me started on information overload. We're flooded with endless content every single day. Short 15-second videos, trending dramatic posts, news updates, targeted ads, random gossip stories. It's a nonstop fire hose of information.
The problem is, most of this content is fast, shallow, and fragmented. It destroys our attention span. When we're trying to study English or focus on a deep work project, a random notification sound or a funny video recommendation can easily hijack our brain. We lose our train of thought instantly. Studies show it takes about 23 minutes to refocus after a single distraction. After a whole day of absorbing all this messy, chaotic information, we end up feeling mentally exhausted, irritable, and unfocused. It's so much harder to sit down and concentrate on one single task for an hour.
Absolutely. My attention span is definitely shorter than it was 5 years ago, and I hate it. And there's another serious issue we often overlook because we can't see it: privacy and safety risks. Every time we download a trendy new app, sign up for a random account, or fill in personal information online to get a discount, we're putting our data out there.
Oh, data privacy is a nightmare. I've had friends who received spam calls or even targeted fraud messages, literally minutes after browsing certain shopping websites. Some people have their personal photos, phone numbers, or precise location data leaked without even knowing it. In serious cases, people get their identities stolen or get scammed out of their life savings. Convenience always comes with hidden risks, and digital devices make privacy leaks way easier and more sophisticated than ever before.
Whew, okay. We just went deep into the dark side, and it sounds pretty grim. But don't throw your phones out the window just yet, guys. After talking about all the good and bad stuff, what's the conclusion? I think it's simple. Electronics aren't inherently good or bad on their own. They are tools. It all depends on how we use them. We don't have to quit tech completely and go live in a cave, but we definitely need a healthier, more intentional way to fit it into our lives.
Exactly. It's about being the master of the machine, not its slave. So let's talk about practical solutions. The first and most basic thing is to set clear, unbreakable boundaries for screen time. Most of us don't realize how much time we waste mindlessly scrolling through feeds. We can start small, like a no phone scrolling rule 1 hour before bed and 1 hour after waking up. Or limiting entertainment apps like TikTok or Instagram to 45 minutes a day.
Yes, phone screen time trackers, the ones built into iOS and Android, are incredibly eye-opening. I remember the first time I checked mine. It said I spent 5 hours a day on my phone. I was shocked. Once you see the actual numbers, it hits you like a cold shower, and you realize how much time you're wasting that could be spent on exercising, learning English, or sleeping.
It's a real wake-up call. Second, we need to actively prioritize real-life analog interactions. It's easy to hide behind screens, but nothing beats the warmth of face-to-face communication. Now, when I hang out with friends or eat dinner with my family, we have a rule. All phones go face down in the center of the table. The first person who touches their phone has to buy dessert or wash the dishes. It works like a charm. We actually talk, laugh, look at each other, and share stories instead of sitting there silently scrolling.
I love that rule. I'm going to use that next time. I also try to spend more time on offline, physical hobbies. For me, that's working out at the gym, cooking without looking at a screen, and reading physical paper books. When your real offline life is fulfilling and engaging, you don't feel that constant, anxious urge to check your phone for updates or cheap entertainment. You become grounded in the present moment.
Great point. Also, we have to be way more vigilant with our privacy online. Don't just blindly click on random links from unknown numbers. Don't fill in your personal details on sketchy apps. And take just 2 minutes every single month to check your app permissions. Do you really need that random photo editing app to have access to your continuous location and microphone? Probably not. Turning off unnecessary access can prevent most common privacy leaks. Small digital hygiene habits go a long way.
Definitely. Protect your data like you protect your wallet. And finally, be very picky with the content you consume. Think of content like food for your brain. If you eat junk food all day, your body gets sick. If you consume brain junk all day, your mind gets lazy. A lot of short, sensational content is just empty entertainment designed to kill your focus. Try to actively choose useful, positive, and high-value content, whether it's learning a new skill, reading long-form thoughtful articles, or watching educational videos and language podcasts like this one. Train your brain to focus on quality instead of quantity.
Beautifully said, Michael. To wrap everything up today, electronic devices are an irreplaceable, permanent part of modern life. They aren't going anywhere. They make our studies, work, and daily routines way more convenient, and they help us stay connected with the people we love across the globe. There's no going back from digital progress, and we shouldn't want to.
But they definitely come with serious trade-offs. Poor physical health, weaker real-world social skills, shorter attention spans, and privacy risks are all real problems created or worsened by overusing tech. The mistake a lot of people make is falling into extremes, either relying on tech blindly and letting it run their lives, or rejecting it completely and becoming disconnected.
I think the sweet spot is to be a conscious user. Let tech serve you instead of letting it control you. Use electronics to improve your productivity, learn new things, and keep in touch with others. But don't let mindless scrolling and screen addiction take over your precious time, mental health, and energy.
Exactly. Well, we hope today's chat gave you some new thoughts on how you interact with your devices every day. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you feel like technology helps your life more, or does it cause you more trouble and anxiety? Do you have any personal, clever tips for balancing your screen time or doing a digital detox? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one of them.
Yes, please share your thoughts. It's a great way to practice your English writing skills, too. If you enjoyed this relaxed, deep talk today, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss our future episodes. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys.
Keep your eyes off the screen for a bit after this episode. Take a walk outside, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!